All right, so it was game day. We bought 5 kegs the night before. We sucked down about 3 that morning, so there were like 2 left after the game. By the time we all stumbled home, we decided we want to drink the 2 left over alone, so we invited some friends. Obviously, freshmen with those cell phones. I know you guys are all like on the same page. You know, one text down, there's 1,000 people in the house. It got a little crowded in there. We tried kicking people out for a while, but I decided I wasn't having any fun doing that, so I decided to go back up inside. When the cops came, it said we were uncooperative, which is unfortunately not completely true. 2 of the roommates were in the basement running the table, and I was upstairs with a lady friend, so I had no idea that anyone was actually at the door. I didn't know what was going on. By the time I came down, half dressed and stumbling, there were 4 cops in my kitchen. They told me to get my ID, gave them my ID, gave them a tour of the house, said, yeah, we had 2 kegs, we give a freshman a sleeve of cups. He gave us $20. We're like, all right, you deal them out to your friends, we don't really care anymore. So we weren't even selling cups, we were just trying to enjoy ourselves. And after they left, a month later, I get a packet, about ½ inch thick, saying that I owe $28,187 for my actions. And until then, I mean, right now we're looking at attorneys and we're trying to figure out exactly what we did wrong or exactly what we did different than the other 1,000 houses on campus. So right now, that's exactly where we're at.
I want to first, everyone, if you give a round of applause for Kevin. I imagine some of you have some more specific questions. Obviously, we can't get into some of the details, but we do have 2 general questions submitted to us by ACLU members. And then that's going to facilitate a segue into Attorney Eric Gunther's presentation. The first question is, what, if any, right do you feel was violated on that evening?
I feel the worst part about the whole thing was the privacy, putting us on national news and like doing the police statement, giving out our names and my middle name. And well, before I even knew about it, there were news cameras coming to my house. It's like, how the hell did you guys find out about this? Say the police let out all our names and address and phone numbers and stuff like that. I was getting cell phone calls from reporters and stuff like that that I obviously never gave out. And then the other thing was, I guess, what, 8th Amendment or whatever, cruel and unusual punishment. 28 grand for having 2 kegs and a couple freshmen over. That seems a little over the top. I am sorry, and I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but 28 grand, are you serious?
Yeah, on the 8th Amendment note, if some of you don't know, what the 8th Amendment does say, it prevents the government from imposing any excessive bail, fines, or cruel and unusual punishment. Obviously, it's been cited in a lot of death penalty cases, but it's also been cited especially in excessive bail cases, when someone's thrown in jail and not allowed to be released before a trial because their fine is so excessive. The last question I have, and you can maybe speak to Kevin if you would like later personally, and I know Eric will mention some of the things that happened in the story as being common things, and he'll address them in a legal fashion. The last question I have is, identify a mistake that you think you made that evening, and one that you may have thought the officers made in handling the situation.
Okay. Well, obviously, every student would love for them to just knock on the door, clear everybody out. I mean, you guys still suck for busting the party, but yeah, sure, we understand. What we probably should not have done was exactly what we did. Wait 15 minutes to let them in, then let them in, let them search the house, completely comply, but I guess, we weren't to their tardiness, I guess, to their time frame that they would like. So, I mean, I'm definitely not a law student or anything. I don't technically know if we were allowed to let them in or if they needed a search warrant or what exactly we should have done. We obviously did the wrong thing with 86 grand whacked up. So, I mean, the mistakes they did, I mean, they're about to make 86 grand. They probably did pretty well for themselves. So I don't know how many mistakes they made. But yeah, we definitely did something wrong. I'm not exactly sure what, but.
All right, again, can you give a round of applause for Kevin?